Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Martin. This is Lego Fan UK. Welcome along to another interview with Lego Ideas Creators. Today we've got Jayson, who is all the way over in Melbourne in Australia. So thank you, Jayson. Say hi to everyone.
Hi everyone, thank you very much for being.
Brilliant. Good to have you on. I'd say the time difference between me in the UK and you in Australia is it about 8 hours, 9 hours?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's about 9 hours. Yeah.
So you're probably nearly ready for bed. I've got up and doing a bit of housework.
Indeed.
So the main thing for Jayson coming on is obviously these Legos ideas, and you can probably see it just over his left shoulder. It is a really cool bowling alley. It's like a modular sort of set.
Modular, yes, correct.
And it looks really cool. I wasn't expecting to see a set fully made in the background. So seeing that is absolutely brilliant. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off just basically by saying what made you decide to do a bowling alley?
Yep. Well, basically, ironically, it's about 4 years ago. So I fell a big fan of Lego as a kid, fell out of love with Lego. And then when I had my own kids, got involved again. And it was actually my kids that turned around and said, why don't you build a bowling alley? We're a family who likes 10-pin bowling. So that's where it all started off. And what you're seeing now has gone through many iterations effectively. And I've never created anything like it before. I was always someone who went off instructions. And so I got to a stage where I thought, well, I got into Lego ideas and thought, well, I got a chance. This looks okay. So let's put it on there and see what happens. But literally, it's, as I said, it's taken about 4 years to get where it is now. So it wasn't a quick overnight process because, as I said, it's the first time I've done it.
Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, you've done a few updates along the way, haven't you? I think the bowling pins and the ball on the outside you've added to sort of make the building pop a little bit.
Yeah, so I've added that. The earlier version that was too many bricks. I've shortened the bowling alley, so that was the main challenge. Is keeping a design that I wanted, but obviously fitting in with Lego's criteria of 3,000 bricks. And I think, like any bowling alley, you could have so many different elements to it. You could go to town.
Yeah, I'd say it's really good. I mean, that bit on the side, when you look at the building from the outside, you've got the bowling alley or the two pins, the ball, and then around the side you've even got a little car park. And that poster, I mean, I love that poster. It's like a fruit and veg sort of poster, is it?
Yeah, it's just obviously trying to come up with something that's children friendly or family friendly, as a bit of a message, a bit of a joke at the same time. And what you don't see from the pictures on the Lego Ideas website is, in fact, the back door opens up. So you can, I mean, at this stage, it's only you reset the pins manually, but effectively you can have one person one end throw the ball down, the other person resetting the pin. So, so that's the purpose of that. It sort of hides a few little things at the back.
That's really good. So, is it quite easy to take the lid off as such, or take one of the stories off so you can get in to play around with it?
Yeah, absolutely. So they pop off, quite easily. So I've literally on each layer only got about 6 studs holding it down, so it's quite easy to get to and play with. Because that was the other thing too. It was important that you could big kids and little kids could play with it easily.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. When you take that lid off, does it disrupt any of the 2 pins on the outside, or does one pin come off with it?
You've got to be careful when the top pin will come off with the top layer, but obviously the way that they're attached, it's quite easy to knock it off, but at the same time it's easy to put it back together again as well. But as I said, I've tried to make it as simple as possible to take apart and put back together again, like any modular building.
I think that's the good thing with like say with modulars, you can take bits off, move it around, and have a little look, see what's going on. I mean, there's 2 bowling alleys in there?
Yeah, so there's 2 lanes in there, because the challenge I had when I was putting it together was scale, because I wanted the scale of the minifig to be relative to the lanes. So you could end up putting more lanes in there, but the lanes wouldn't match the scale of a minifig. So that was sort of the challenge. And obviously, again, you're trying to not, the thing not get too big. So hence why I only put 2 lanes in there. But there is room at the back for, who knows in the future to add some sort of pin setter machine, like a string pin setter machine or something simple like that. you know, so that again it adds to its playability. But that's the next
Yeah.
iteration down the track.
I'd say it's really good. There's so much detail. So at the bottom floor, you've also got, is it like it's not a restaurant, that's on the second floor, isn't it?
Second floor, yeah. So down the bottom floor, you've got the lanes, you've got seating, and then the front counter. And then there's a set of stairs you go up. And the top floor, there's the cafe, and also there's 3 amusement games up there. So so I had a bit of a joke, obviously having a Pac-Man and I think a Donkey Kong or something like that on there as the pictures, and then the racing car game. But again, you know, in an earlier version, it had a lot more games and other things up there. But as I said, you know, you could go crazy and never finish it. It's just the challenge of knowing when to stop.
Yeah, it's that piece count as well, isn't it? Because 3,000 sounds a lot, but I think when you start doing like your modular, you use a lot of bricks just on floor tiles, don't you? Doing the 2x2 tiles.
Yeah, I mean, you're amazed when it's the little details that use up the bricks. I mean, the amusement games use up the bricks. I mean, even just a simple thing, the seating, the way I've connected the seating, because it used a bit of technique in it. All of a sudden, you know, the seating takes up, you know, 20, 30 bricks just like that. So, yeah, so that's the, you know, tricky bit. And of course, with the bowling alley, really the outside's a box. So you've got to have detail inside it to make it challenging, you know, for people to build, and challenging for myself to create it. So,
yeah. So when you created, did you have an idea in your head before you started building it, or did you just get a load of bricks on Bricklink or something and just thought, right, I'm going to just build it as and take shape from there?
Look, the main thing was when I started it, I wanted to, because effectively I built it for myself and my kids. So I just wanted to match my existing creator set. So I didn't want, you know, something that was going to be so significantly different in colors or themes. So I started off, first of all, a color scheme that made sense. And then because I hadn't played with Lego for, I guess, 30 odd years, so much had changed in technique. So I literally then, I started off in Lego Designer, did basically the outside box. And then there was a lot I didn't know. So I then started buying small amounts of bricks and seeing what they would do, look at other people's pictures and go, how does they figure things out and that sort of thing. And it sort of grew from there. So it was sort of half in Lego Design, half bit by bit, you know, as I learned things. As I said, when a lot changed in 30 years of pieces from when I was a kid, which is now vintage Lego, to what it is today.
That's the thing with the vintage stuff, is like even minifigs. Originally they were just a little body with a head on top, weren't they? They were nothing major. I think you just get just a standard bricks. Now you get all your SNOT techniques. Get all your smooth tiles. I assume you've used quite a few SNOT techniques in it.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, there's a lot of to do with the video games. There's a lot of SNOT techniques in that. Some of the end board where you've got the graphic and whether the lane's your first or second shot, that's a SNOT technique, holding all that at the back. So yeah, and I guess to make sure that the characters there, and particularly the pins too, are using the SNOT technique as well. So because I wanted the pins to be smooth. I knew, again, it was one of those things to learn how to do. I knew how to create them in the old way of doing things, but obviously they had sharp edges. So it's another technique I had to learn along the way that didn't exist 30 years ago. So
no, that's it. There's so much on there. I'm just going to say to you guys, if you don't know what SNOT technique is, it's
studs not on top.
Studs not on top. That was it. I couldn't think worse. I was thinking SNOT. There's so many technical elements. I mean, I can see in the background you've got the roller coaster and you've got the carousel over your right shoulder as well.
Yeah, that's a few of them. I tell you, there's a lot more around than just that.
Really good sets. But what I like about your design as well, like you were saying, is you wanted to do it so it kind of fits in with the modulars. And I think just by looking at the main sort of picture when you first see it on Lego's Ideas, it does look like, you know, it's a potential or could be a real set. It's done really well. You've got like the different elements make it look sort of like Lego-y. Can I say Lego-y? Or how they design their sets? You know, they have things that just literally just pop out of you, like I was saying, the bowling balls and the pins on the side just pop, and you know exactly what that building is. It's bowling alley. I know what's going to be in there. I know what you can do. And what I like as well is you've got outside space there. You've got a guy sitting on the bench. Does he Did he strike out? Did he not do very well?
Just waiting for a bus sort of thing. So so waiting for a bus.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing that, given the bowling alley is a bit of a retro theme, I'm looking at, building a car to park in the car park that's sort of, that old 50s style, Cadillac or something like that, just to fit with the theme. So that's probably another update in the next 6 months that I'll do. But it's it's been a fun ride trying to get it together, and as I said, do something for the first time I've never done. So
that's the main thing is you're having fun doing it as well. So have you got a lot of bricks to play around with? Are you quite close to the 3,000 mark?
Yeah, so it's about 2,940 bricks, so really close. The previous version I had went over that by about 400, so that's why I had to work out what I had to, what I wanted to keep, what I wanted to lose, and that was hard, taking some elements out that I thought, were really cool, but you got to stick to that limit.
That's it. I mean, you could probably save bricks on the roof. I actually really like the roof. There's a couple of pictures sort of showing what it is. It's like sort of skylights, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted the skylight so you look down at what's in there, because again, bowling alley is a pretty dark box type scenario, in real life. So to have something you can see the characters and see, the video games and see that, there's a little world actually taking place in there, I thought was important to communicate that message.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, there is just things like that. As you keep looking, you see little bits, and there's a tow sign on the side, isn't there? So if you're passing, you've been more than 2 hours or something, you're going to get
exactly.
It works really well in a city as well because you've got that sort of play element. But if you've got all the other modulars, it's going to fit.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, because that was a question someone asked me, and I actually posted a picture on Facebook of it connected up to the bank, so they could see that yes, it's a modular and it's designed to make sense with other modulars. So so that's that again. That was very important for me that it looked like a legitimate Lego set.
Yeah, that's it though, isn't it? It's like it looks good on its own. If you've got a big city, which unfortunately I haven't got yet, might get there soon. Got to twist the wife's arm. But if you end up, if you've got a city, it'd look absolutely brilliant. You have a little entertainment area, you can have parks, and like I say, you got the bus stop there as well ready. So a lot of people put bus stops in their cities, so that works really well. You've got obviously the sign outside. It's quite a simple sign that says bowl on it.
That's right. Yeah, so I mean, that was again another element that I messed around with for some time, and then I ended up, it was something really complicated, didn't look right, and then I ended up creating something quite simple because I thought, well, it is what it is. Don't make anything fancier than it needs to be.
And obviously, guys, if you haven't checked that yet, I'm going to put a link in the description below, so have a look at that. Check it out. We've got 2,149 supporters as of now, as of recording. You've got 496 days left. Is that for 5,000?
Till I get to 5,000, yeah. So hopefully, I mean, if it keeps going the way it's going, then hopefully I'll get to 5,000. So it's a wait and see at this stage.
Like I say, 496 days. That's a good amount of time to get about 3,000. I think it's it's achievable.
Yeah, it is. I'm getting about 100 a week at the moment, so it's certainly achievable if I keep up that pace. But it's a challenge though. I've never done any sort of marketing of this scale, so it's a bit tricky to get used to knowing where to what groups to use, who to contact. So I've even gone outside the usual Facebook things. So I've tapped into the bowling industry. So at the moment, it's actually on the Go Bowling website in the US. So, I thought, well, because I am an actual sanctioned 10-pin bowler as well. So I've used that to leverage my promotional campaign.
I assume you're quite good then, yeah.
So we'll see what happens. So but as I said, So no, I'm really pleased with the way it's going. But it isn't easy to market your product. So
have you contacted anyone like Brunswick?
No, not yet. No, not yet. So it's just really various Facebook groups. I think I've got I've got it on Instagram and Pinterest, but I haven't spent a lot of time and effort yet in those forums. So it's really just, just those at this stage.
Yeah. I think that'd be, if you can like tag on your Instagram, tag Brunswick or something, that's quite cool.
Yeah.
If they got it, then obviously that's going to then spread to more and more people. I used to bowl when I was 20, 21. I wasn't too good. I've done the old leg flip and all that, and
Yeah.
I can go straight, but I couldn't curve it. So it was not too good. But yeah, I mean that's why that's another reason why I saw this set. It's reminded me I used to go bowling. It's it's that sort of fun time. You don't have to be good to enjoy bowling. I think that's the best thing.
No,
just enjoy it with the family.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, and that's part of, Lego as well. It's something you do with the family, and hence I've just molded two ideas together. So, but yeah, as I said, it's it's trying to market it and tap into that element. Yeah, that's certainly another aspect that I'll look at as well. So we'll see how we go.
Yeah, that's it. Like I say, it's all fun. You've got to just get your idea out there. Is there any way we can have a closer look at the set, or is it going to?
Yeah, absolutely.
don't need to lift snacks.
Basically, so as you can see, the tops come off.
Okay, it comes off in two. Yeah,
it comes off in two. So you've got to excuse me, some of the stickers are not on at the moment because I originally got them printed myself, and I've actually got them printing professionally now, so they look a bit better. So I hope you can see that all right. So basically, you've got a little fridge, a cafe, seating, then you've got a driving video game, and then the other two around there, sitting in there. And I said the pins attached to that. So one's pins attached to the first floor, and then the other to the second. So
I love that's good. It's so good to see you can lift it and it hasn't crumbled.
No.
Solid.
All right. So that's the other thing I was talking about, the playability. If I can pick this up properly. Oh, so the back opens up.
Yep.
And then inside it, and this is where I might get bowling balls flying everywhere. So effectively inside it, you can see the seating. So I said uses technique underneath the seating to connect it up properly. And then, make sure I don't lose anything. Yeah, so, and again, the length was really important. I mean, I didn't want to trying to not sacrifice the length because the bowling alley is long. So, you don't want to hit a brick count, have it short, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So that's basically it. So but again, the pin slides out, so it's just attached to a bar there, slides back in pretty easy. So so that's
really good. How you can just seeing it as a physical item as well, or a physical set, it gives you a whole new level of understanding of seeing what effort's gone into creating it, and it looks absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
the roof comes off in two pieces.
Yeah, so just getting the design right of some of the features along the roof was interesting. This was the interesting one with Lego, the Lego Digital Designer, because the Lego Digital Designer didn't allow you to do it. Yet physically, obviously, you can do it. So that was an interesting one. Going, why can't I get it to work? In the software, but physically I can. So so that's so that was it, and it was just a matter of bit by bit. But I said it's been a project's taken some time. Because as I got time and got some money to build it, then slowly I did it bit by bit. So
it looks really, really good. So I think that's brilliant. I can imagine that just like I say, in a city, have that in there. It's really cool. So guys, what I'm going to do is there's a link again in the description for the video. So go check out Jayson's ideas and Lego ideas. Get supporting it. Hopefully, we'll get you some more supporters, Jay or Jayson.
That would be good.
And then just see from there. You've got a bit of time, which is good, so we can keep marketing it. I'm going to do some update videos, just with updates of the sets or the people that I've spoken to. So every now and then I'll pop a video on the channel just to say, go check it out, see how they're doing. So Fingers crossed for you. I think it's going to do quite well. It looks really good. I think
Yeah.
it's definitely one of those ones that just pops out. It's family friendly. You can actually use it. You can play with it, and yeah, it just looks really cool. I want to say thank you for coming to the channel. It's been really good chatting to you.
Yeah, you too.
And guys, check it out. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you.